this is a really happy call, and I'm excited because we're in Thanksgiving, right? And we'll go over a couple of tips and strategies, first of all, that I want to help you out with, because I know a lot of people, this is the time of year where November, December, January, February is hard. It's hard for a lot of us. You know, there is a lot of anniversaries, there's a lot of parties, there's a lot of lack of sun, there's a lot of all of that stuff. But all of that can be a place of growth. And the reason why I say that is because by being in here, personally for me, especially in the winter months, it makes me focus on the positive rather than the negatives. 100%. It makes me realize that, you know, even though the sun isn't shining necessarily, what can I do to substitute my vitamin D, for example? So what are some ways that even though you're not getting that vitamin D, for example, that you can substitute and make your own sunshine, so to speak, right? So what are some things that we can definitely do? One, personal development, I think in the winter months could be the most biggest vitamin D piece of medication you can possibly give yourself, which is really cool, right? That to me is a drug. So personal development has to be on high alert, especially if you're a little more sensitive to that stuff. The other thing too is you have to ask yourself every day, what are you feeding? Are you feeding the guilt? Are you feeding the sadness? Or are you feeding the change? Do you see how that makes a little shift in that mindset? Are you feeding the change? And also too, something that I used to do for a very long time was when I was going to therapy once a week, I was like reading personal development, like reading books. I don't know if you guys ever do this or not, but like I was reading and I was going to a therapist, but never applying. Here's the difference. I would be the person that would say, yes, I'm so uplifted today and I'm feeling the change and I'm going after the dream and blah, blah, blah. Like I would speak it, but I wasn't really doing it. Does that make sense? Like you can talk a talk or you can walk the walk, right? And what I realized was when I finally left therapy, I took the therapy and swapped it into the Beachbody thing because I knew I just couldn't let go of one thing. It had to be one or the other or a combination of both. I had to just do that gut check. I knew I had to start applying. I knew I had to start giving myself value. I knew I had to start giving myself inspiration, real inspiration, and really digging into myself, not just the surface level stuff, right? Because I was really good at showing people the surface level, but I wasn't really good at digging into myself. Does anybody resonate with that at all? Because that's something that really, really made me realize I had a lot of work to do. So I put my head down and I got to work. And what the cool thing was when I started these challenge groups was I started to get more real with myself and not make things about trying to show people. Do you know, like, does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? There's such a difference in that. Like, rather than like, I'm going to post something happy and positive, I always made sure if I had something challenging, and I'm never going to say the word negative, challenging, I made sure I spoke the change because I had to exercise that mental muscle because I knew I was never exercising that muscle. I was always exercising the wrong thing, which kept me stuck for a long time. So we're here in Thanksgiving. And this week, you guys, we're all going to be wearing our white bandanas every day this week. I'm very excited about this. So here's how we're going to do this. I'm really excited. So every day you post, you wear your white head bandana. You're going to hashtag TEJ for Team Epic Journey. And then you're going to also hashtag GMG. So you got to write that down. TEJ and GMG is another hashtag. And then you're going to tag your coach. So whoever your coach is, you're going to make sure you tag that and put it on your personal Facebook page every single day this week and also in our group. Here's what's going to happen. Number one, it's going to hold you super accountable. Number two, you're going to show people that even though you're got Thanksgiving, you have the craziness going on, you need that accountability, right? I need that accountability. So show it. You're not doing anything else, but you're showing it. And also too, we're giving back to a really great cause and really the founding person of this group, right? Remember I talked to you guys last night about that first person I would have hit for the member. That first member would have been my dad if he had Facebook. So let's do that for him. Let's honor that, because really he is the person that this group got created for. So we just got to rock it, right? And how do we do that? We keep ourselves mentally strong for him. You're like, oh, I don't know this guy. Why am I doing it for him? Do it, because here's the thing. People are dying every day. People are depressed every day. And we have been depressed once in a while. We have been anxiety ridden. Do it for your empowerment. Change that mental script. Change that mental muscle, and you will feel alive. I promise you that. But here's the secret sauce to that. Be consistent. That's it. And let me say this too. Don't try to be happy all day, every day. I'm not a happy person every day, all day, but I will say this. I do post my joy all the time, because I know I don't want to feed too much of the negativity, because if I feed it, I give it fire. Does that make sense? Have you ever talked about something, like something happened, right? A fight with your husband, a fight with a spouse or a friend or whatever, and you talked about it to Lisa. And then 5 minutes later, you went and you talked about it with Tracy. And then 22 hours later, or whatever it was, you talked about it with Mindy. And then have you ever caught yourself talking about the same damn thing over? Do you realize, oh my God, I would talk about my dad and what it did to me over and over and over and over and over, and I couldn't stop, but I wasn't catching myself. And I wasn't talking in a positive way. I was talking in a self-hate way. I don't know why I feel like this. I don't know why I can't get over it, and I would do all these things. And I was exercising no growth. I was exercising staying right there, staying stuck, staying down, staying whatever. Have you ever felt like that before? I have. And it sucks big balls. I'm sorry. It really does. It's no bueno. It's no fun. But that's why personal development in this group it's the most important thing that you do. It really is. Because I'll tell you what, when I do personal development and when I press play, when I work out, I put on Alexa, I turn up the tunes. You can change your mindset like that. Like that. How many of you have gone shopping and you're like, oh, I'm not going to get that. That's way too expensive. And then someone comes to you, oh my God, please girl, just get it. You know, you're going to freaking love it. And you go, all right, fine. And then you just do it, right? It's that. So don't feel like you're ever stuck. Practice the power of unsticking yourself and realizing that it is a daily choice that you get to do. I am honored that you guys are going to do this with me with the white head. I can never say it. Head bandana. It's going to be amazing. And what I love is that, like, I have a picture of my dad up in the corner over there back in the day when he was young. And, it's funny. I still have this little recording of him and his voice. I don't get sad anymore. I'm done being sad because it doesn't serve me anymore. I mean, I do get sad, but I have to do something better with my story, right? Because he's gone, he's done, and I'm still here. And I know that if he was here, he would be like, WTF, what are you doing? Get up. Like, get up, right? So everybody get up, all right? Get up from your story. Get up from what's holding you back. Make it your triumph. I am telling you, sweet baby Lord Jesus, lean into this damn group. Every day lean into it. I'm telling you, there are days where you're like, I just can't post. It's too much going on. Let me tell you something. We talked about this in a team call. You know what a hard job is? It's a trash man. We talked about this. Trash man has a hard job. They have to get up at 4 a.m. and they have to pick up your trash in the rain, in the sleet, in the snow. Otherwise, what's going to happen in your backyard? You're going to have some rats. You're going to have the funk. You're going to have gross stuff, right? They show up every day because they have to for you. That's a hard job. Taking a sweaty selfie and pressing play for 30 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, is not hard. It's just not hard. The only thing, it just takes dedication. That's it. It doesn't have to be a great workout. It can be a disaster. It can be a pause and play every 5 seconds. But at the end of the workout, you're going to walk away and go, but I did it. And let me tell you something. That takes about 5 pounds off of your mental weight. And who doesn't want to take off weight in between what's in your ears, right? So remember that. Remember why. It's not about being perfect. Let that go. Take the word perfect, put it on a piece of paper, rip it up into 1,000 pieces, and literally physically throw it in the trash. Or better yet, if you can set it on fire, put it in a pot and burn it. I've done that. It's one of the coolest rituals I've ever done. My therapist took me 2-3 years ago to my father's cemetery plot, and we burned some things that I wanted to let go of. And we sat down. She just brought like a big cooking pot, and we placed them in there, and we set them on fire, and then we used the sage. And it was the most coolest thing I had ever done because I felt like we let it go. You have to do those motions to let it go, right? Like letting it go. Whether it's maybe, some people, it's getting a tattoo. I got a tattoo for my dad. It was very freeing for me. It helped me. But whatever helps you to set it free, you need to do that, right? Do that, right? So what are we thankful for this week, you guys? What are we going to do to be like, I'm thankful for me? So here's what we're going to do really fast. We're going to go around the room, and we're going to say, I'm thankful for me because, okay? So just a couple of brief words. And I know it's a little awkward because guess what? This is an uncomfortable moment. We turn it into ourselves, because I guarantee you I can say, what are you thankful for your families? You'd be like, oh, I love them. They're great. Blah, 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 and you keep going on. And then when we turn it to us, it goes, doesn't that show you right there that you have to start being thankful for you? Right? So let's start. It's going to be uncomfortable. But guess what? We're all going to do it. It's great. Megan, you're going first because you made a weird face.
I'm not ready to go.
You want me to go first? I'll go first. Ready?
Yeah.
I am thankful for me because I realized that, and it's something that Rachel Hollis said, and it struck me this week. I don't know if you were watching my Instagram stories or not, but she said, and I was like, that's it. I am the person standing on top of a mountaintop of failures. And that's what made me a success. Because I tried and I failed and I tried and I failed and I cried and I suffered and I did all these failures in my mind. But that's how you become a success. You are standing on top of a mountaintop of failures. That's what makes us a success. That's what makes me a success, because for 13 years, I thought I was failing. But I wasn't failing. I was growing. I just didn't know it till I got to the top. And I'm consistent. That's what I'm thankful for. And I'm thankful for that I can fight for myself. I have an inner something tugging at my heart every day. And I finally started listening to it when I signed up for my $160 challenge pack to 2015. Like, that's what I'm thankful for. All right. Who wants to go first? There are 2 Tiffany's, you guys. It's Tiffany 1 and Tiffany 2. Leave it on. It's so funny. I'm like, Tiffany 1, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. Oh, look how cute you are with my daughter would love your hair right now. That's called a Tinkerbell, by the way. Anybody want to go next?
I'll go.
All right, Sydney. She's a champion. Hit it.
I'm thankful for me because everything that I have gone through in my life, I have overcome because I finally decided that I deserve, excuse me, that I deserve to have what I really want in my life. And in this challenge group, I didn't think that I would be able to stick to workouts and eat healthier and do personal development, but I have proved to myself that I can do it, and I'm proud of who I've become today.
I love
And I've
it.
never given up on myself. Even when I thought I did, I really didn't.
Absolutely. I can totally resonate with that because you think you are, but you're not. And I felt that way 1,000 times for years, but it's part of the process. And when we just start to realize that, it's like, okay, I actually need this to happen. Like, it can't be sunshines and raindrops and gummy bears all the time.
And it's funny because, well, it's not really funny, but I
No, because the white.
now that when I like start a workout, I like get my clothes on and I'm like, let's do this. And I go downstairs and I get it done and I feel so much better about myself. Not just physically, but mentally 10,000 times more than if I just decided, no, I'm not going to do it.
Perfect. And that's that
I'll do
mental
it
muscle
another
you're
day.
exercising.
And I used to do that.
Mhm.
But now I'm like, why not do it if it's going to better me in the end?
It's kind of like what we talked about a little bit last night, just
Yeah.
saying something and just setting it free. Like,
Exactly.
think about it. It's like the fear of going to a doctor, right? And you go and you spend the whole week working yourself up, taking yourself for the roller coaster ride, right? And then you get there and they're like, everything's great. And you're like, I knew that. Like, I just decided to take myself on a roller coaster ride because that's what I do,
Yeah.
you know, and just catching yourself every day with that.
There's just so many things that I've proved to myself that I thought I couldn't do, and it feels so good.
And now your job, your responsibility, like all of ours, is to keep that going.
Mm-hmm.
And that means get ready for the next challenge because it's going to happen.
Exactly.
Right? So
Exactly.
sometimes I used to be like, oh, I'm in a good place right now. Everything's going to be fine again. You have to remember something will happen.
Right.
It's part of life, right?
Exactly.
But with you, that's why the challenge group is great because no matter how hard your day is, this is the one constant. I always try to tell people that. I'm like, listen, when people go, I just can't work out today, I'm just too stressed, and I'm like, listen, oh my God, this is the one thing that is your root to the ground. Like your feet, if you stand there, envision your feet going deeper and deeper into the ground. You're the roots. Your job is to grow the roots. So when the craziness comes in your day, you are not rocked because this is the one thing that never moves. It will never hurt you. It will never harm you. It'll never stress you. It will show you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So always remember, life is crazy, but I'm pressing play. Life is crazy. I'm doing my PD. Life is crazy. I'm going to find a way to make that happen because
and I enjoy it now. I look forward to it.
You broke through the training of quitting on yourself. That's that. That's right there. And that is something to truly celebrate. All right, Sharona, what's your thing, girlfriend?
I guess being the glue right now with everything in my family that's going on. Just trying
Thankful
to keep
for having inner strength.
Yeah, just being trying to keep it going every day and be positive to a negative or.
Yep. And that also means letting your emotions come out and crying if you need to, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, I do.
Oh, I love crying. It's so, I mean, you feel so tired afterwards, but that's why we were made with tears. It's a release. You're allowed to cry, and it's great. So I love that, Sharon. I think that's great because that only serves you, and I think that takes a lot of courage to be the glue, and the way you be the glue is to make sure you keep yourself intact.
Exactly. Yeah. You have to take
it is. You cannot, I can't keep up with these fools downstairs unless I keep myself strong. I can't. Because what's going to happen when my kids need me when they're really having a problem, right? Or if my mom or my sister or my husband, if I'm not together, how am I going to do it? I can't. I cannot be that strong. Can't. And we all want to be better for our families and for our own selves. So I love that. It's perfect. It's beautiful. All right. Who else wants to go? Lauren, if you want to go, let me know. You can unmute or you can put it in the chat, or Tiff.
Is the question what we're thankful of ourselves?
Yes.
Okay. I think, I guess in the theme of like this week,
Mm.
I discovered that it's up to me to create my own happiness. And even though like I've heard that before, like you were talking about like
Yeah.
reading the self-help books, it's like I've read that for years. But I think within this like last year really started like working and doing the actions of no, I am the master of my own happiness and I have a choice right now with what's going on. And like one of those, an example of that is with like work. Like I had a really, really tough time in February at work where like maybe almost lost my job.
Oh,
On Friday, like my boss and I had a conversation. I got my merit increase and he was just like, it's night and day with you. Like it's all like I had to do it. Like I had to make the choice to do something different.
and let me ask you this question because I totally know how you feel with that. Is there a shift in the backbone department?
Yes.
Like, yes, I love that. It's like you're not wearing the wishbone where the backbone needs to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Effing right. I love that because that's what it's about. It's about this. You know, I swear to God, you guys, all of us probably have walked around our lives like this. Shoulders down, slouching. I used to slouch at work like it was my job. And everyone's like, what is your posture? And I'm like, I wasn't strong with my back. But all of a sudden, from being in this group and exercising and realizing what 5 minutes of PD can do and what 30 minutes of working out can do and staying rock solid in a group can do, all of a sudden I was like this. And it went like this. And it went like this. And it went like this. And then I walk like this. And if I go like this for a second, I go right back up. I mean, physically do that motion. It's like, look how you stand so much. I own it. I own it, right? And you may not always feel like I own it, but you're like, I'm going to walk into the room because I own me. I own me. That is a powerful dose of medication right there. Love that. Love that. Megan! I love when she makes those faces. What do you love about yourself, Megan? Lauren.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Can I have my headphones back, please? I'm sorry.
What?
My kids are like all about this.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I want to listen to you.
Okay, I can't even think. This is hard enough.
I'm thankful for my headphones.
Yes, I'm thankful for my headphones at this point in time. I'm thankful. I'd like to be thankful for my personal space.
That ain't happening.
Okay, back up. I want to say that I'm probably thankful that I finally decided to do something that's really just for me. And in the end, my family does benefit from it. Obviously, we all know that like when you're happier, everybody in your house is happier. It's just really how it is. But I really did start this just for me, for my own personal. It was totally selfish. I did it just for me, and I'm thankful that I decided to finally do something like that. Please sit down.
Yeah, she
So I need you to stop.
And
Everybody can hear you. Be quiet.
For being selfish. Do you guys realize that when we say the word selfish, people interpret that right off the bat as a negative? You're so selfish. Whoever created that has spread worldwide. And what's funny is we all go, I guess it is selfish. Yeah, listen, let me tell you right here in this group, we could be the movement that says selfish is like what you need to be. And that's not being cocky. And that's not being arrogant. And that's not being like, you know what I'm trying to say. You have to be selfish. We all need to be selfish. Because if we don't, how are you going to do it? right? Like when I got my Invisalign, there were so many people that I'm listening while working out. Oh, she's working out. She's so funny. Lauren's working out. That's a multitasker right there. I said to myself, if I'm going to be, someone said, oh, you don't need those braces. Well, and I said, I didn't really ask for your opinion, but I love that you gave it to me. I said, well, it's a good thing you're not me because I love it. And what's funny is I used to be really defensive about my answers. I just don't care. And what's funny is if we turn the tables on them, they probably don't do enough for them because we're women and we typically don't do that because we were taught that way. Society teaches you that way. But now, selfish in this group is a great thing. Be selfish. Be intentional. Share your selfishness with other people. Like, seriously, like, yeah, I do this every day for myself. You should try it. One of my coworkers, she gets a massage every Sunday at Massage Envy, every Sunday religiously. And she always talks about it on Saturdays because her back is killing her or whatever. She's like, oh, I can't wait to go see Teddy, and Teddy's going to get my kinks out of my back or whatever. And people will say to her, God, Sue, like, look at you getting a massage. And I'm like, isn't it funny how people think a massage is a massage? You know what I'm trying to say? I just have to say the word like that, right? But a massage, I'm telling you, when I can afford doing that with my back and my body being a hairdresser, girl, I'm going to be joining Teddy and her on the table. And you know what? You probably want to come with me too, right? Like, own it, right? Sharona, I have to do it every other week. Bam! We just found a massager. Why? Because our bodies are super important. Like, I don't think people also realize the benefits of what a massage can do for your circulation. You're getting stress out of your body. Like, oh, it's awesome. I did this when I was pregnant with Kinsey. Every month I went for a prenatal massage. I was like, I'm going all out. I'm going balls to walls. My last kid, I'm doing it. And let me tell you, it made me less stressed. Oh, it felt so good. I loved it. I fell asleep. I snored. I woke up. I startled myself it was awesome. I love it. So be selfish. I'm thankful for being selfish. Guess what? That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm proud of you for that. Let's see if Lauren chimed in on the chat.
Hey.
Hey, what are you thankful for?
So-
Oh, look, multitasker, girlfriend.
So I guess I'm thankful for, just even giving myself a chance to do this. I've always been someone who works out and likes to work out,
Yep.
except when I stop and then I can't get back to the routine of doing it. So joining kind of has made me keep myself accountable and keep going. But the biggest thing I've noticed is I've always been someone who's really shy and doesn't like myself, and my confidence has always been really low. So I feel like this has really helped me just start feeling comfortable in my own body, even if I'm not where I want to be yet. I'm just happier, and people even notice that I walk with my head up more, and I don't know, they've said because I've told you I'm really stressed at work and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's been a really hard year so far, but and I've expressed that to some people I work with, and they're like, really? Because you seem happy all the time, you're so positive. And I guess I just kind of I've been so focused on just trying to keep myself happy and do what I need to do for myself that
Yep.
I don't show all that stress, and I'm just kind of more confident, and I don't know.
And you know what's cool too? As if while the school year is crazy, it's almost as if the universe is trying to say to you, all these people are telling you this and telling you this and telling you this.
Yeah.
But guess what? You probably don't quite believe it because you'll go really?
Yeah.
Really?
Exactly.
Right? So there's what the universe is trying to say to you. The universe is trying to say, Put your attention on what I'm trying to tell you right now. Put your attention, because the attention isn't there. But what's cool is that's the lesson. That's the gift right there. And all you have to do is go like this, huh? And just start listening to it more. Like, just start listening to it more. Because what's happening is then you'll start to believe it more. You're doing it. You don't realize it.
Mhm.
But the universe is using all these people to tell you that you are. And then your job is to receive it a little bit at a time. And it's going to feel really uncomfortable. And it's going to feel really awkward to receive good stuff.
Right.
But you keep taking it in, right? Keep taking it in, keep taking it in. And then you'll be able to receive that compliment and go, yeah, I do. One day you're going to turn and go, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Right? So thank them for that's your gift right now. So the crazy school year actually is a cool thing.
Yeah.
That's what it's trying to show you. See how everything can it's a gift. It's a gift.
Yep.
Because guess what? Subconsciously, you already put that into the universe. You already said, I want to be more confident. I know you've done it. I want this. I want that. Now your job, our job is to open our eyes, open the heart, and find where it's trying to give you what you're asking.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Like if John were to make me mad about something, you know what I used to do? I used to be like, sorry.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And I'd be like, well, wait a minute. That's what I want to do. I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not defensive, but like, you know how you would turn to them and just like, oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Like, nope. I want to be more confident. So that is a chance. You get 1,000 practices a day, ladies and gentlemen, because the universe will help you if you just listen and look and feel it. That's it.
I think you're frozen. I can't.
I think, it just got cut. Is it back? Am I back? It's frozen. Look at Tiffany. She's frozen. Hold on. Let's see.
She just.
I think we're back. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Are we back?
I
Camera
can
one,
hear you.
camera
Oh, there you are,
two.
there you are,
Wait,
there you are, there you
wait. Tiffany was frozen like this.
are. You were frozen like this. You were like,
That's hilarious. I was like, because I wasn't frozen. All y'all were frozen.
because we were all talking. We were like, I think she's frozen.
She was like, she's not talking. Drop the mic. Oh my God.
I know.
So-
You were like mid sentence, like, and you know what?
And let me just tell you right now, okay? Because you're going to whip your hair back and forth. That's all I'm going to say. So, you guys, listen. Do you see how beautiful it is when we come in on a Sunday and we just, like, vibe with each other? Vibe. All right? Hashtag TEJ. Hashtag GMG for Grandmaster Greg, because that's what my dad wanted to own a company years and years and years ago. He never did it, but he always called himself Grandmaster Greg. So we have shirts for our first suicide prevention walk with the hang loose sign, because my dad always did the hang loose sign. And he said,
Oh, my dad did that too. Every time we were playing sports, he would he would calm me down that way. That's so
yep,
funny.
my dad would always go like this to me or whatever.
Mhm.
And our shirt said GMG for Grandmaster Greg. So that's
cute.
him. So we can just do those two hashtags, white head bandanas every day. Put them on your personal Facebook page. And here's what I want you to do. This is the coolest part. You're going to tag your coach. You're going to put it in our team page, but also on your personal. But you're going to say one thing you're thankful for about whatever it is on your heart. And that's it. You're going to take your sweaty selfie. I'm thankful for blah. Hashtag those two things and tag your coach. And that's it. And we're going to honor and we're going to support and we're going to vibe. And tips for the holiday. Let me just tell you those really quickly. If you're like, I want to enjoy. One, you can make that your treat meal, not meals, meal. Number two, what I love to do is the day before, if you can, I like to do a double workout. So I feel like I've done a little bit more to compromise. Also, too, before turkey time, I might have 2 shakes before I eat. I love doing that. So don't feel guilty about what you're going to do. And what I also love is the to be mindset kind of rule. Make your plate, 75% good stuff, and make the other the little stuff, right? Or whatever you want. But just use the ideas, get a game plan. Don't feel bad about it. We're all going to feel fluffy after. So let's just go with the idea we're going to feel fluffy, and then we're going to hop back into it, right? See that it's just about, this is my lifestyle. I get to enjoy Thanksgiving. I get to enjoy it. I have a plan. I'm just going to enjoy it.
Can you leave me alone?
All
for
right.
10 minutes?
So I love you guys. This call is so recorded. I'm going to hop back on later with my working coaches if they want to do their planning stuff at 12. So I'm going to go get energized and all that great stuff and be super hyped even more. So make it a great week. Do some self-care today. Post your self-care in the team if you want to. And don't forget those white hat bandanas. Thank you guys.